What is up, everybody? Steve here today, and we're gonna talk about this interview that Sarah Bond did with Bloomberg. Apparently, this interviewer asked Sarah Bond, why did they shut down the studios, mainly at Tango Gameworks, Arcane also, and other two studios as well? Why did they shut down these studios? And the answer she gave was just like a bunch of words. She said a lot of things without saying anything. It's just a whole bunch of like word salad, as some people like to call them. A lot of words are being used, but nothing is really being explained. She didn't really answer the question at all. And I don't like that they have her. I don't like that they have Sarah Bond there like she's the fall guy, like they're using her as a scapegoat. People to put their anger towards. When we should really be angry at Microsoft, the head of Microsoft, not the president of Xbox Microsoft, but the head of Microsoft, which is Satya Nadella right now. I think he is the key. He's responsible for all this nonsense. And it's just like, this Xbox right now is not the Xbox I love from 360 generation. That's the Xbox that made me a huge fan of Xbox in general. Those days are long and gone, and it's just like, it's just sad to see. But this is the answer she gave on why Hi-Fi Rush was, why they canceled, why they closed down the studios, and why you aren't getting a sequel. This is what she said.
I think one of the things that was most upsetting both to Xbox gamers and to employees is that, one of the shuttered studios in particular just created a hit game, did really well on Game Pass in terms of engagement, and won a ton of awards. Shouldn't succeeding in that way ensure the future of a studio?
One of the things I really love about the games industry is it's a creative art form. And it means that the situation and what success is for each game and studio is also really unique. Like, there's no one size fits all to it for us. And so we look at each studio, each game team, and we look at a whole variety of factors when we're faced with sort of making decisions and trade-offs like that. But it all comes back to our long-term commitment to the games we create, the devices we build, the services, and ensuring that we're setting ourselves up to be able to deliver on those promises.
Like I said, she gave a statement. Nobody understands what the hell she said in that statement. So, just a bunch of words. Nobody can understand what that even means. Was that even an answer? I don't know. But there you go. And it's just like, this new Xbox generation is not good. As a fan of Xbox, I'm not happy with what they're doing right now. Like, you had the perfect template during the 360 generation. Why can't they just copy the same tactics they did back then? People love the 360 generation, but now it's just like, after Xbox One, it's just been downhill. A slight momentum, like, you got a fan base, you got some key members who still want to be a part of your brand, but it's just like downhill at this point in time. At the big three, Nintendo, PlayStation, and Xbox, it's like you are in the last place in viewer perception and sales wise too. So it's like, what's going on here? It's like, I don't feel that a hard job to do when he took over the ship, but it's just like, what is going on? Why can't they just do what they did during 360 generation? Why is that so hard to replicate? It was like, that was the template. That was your best generation by far. I don't know. So, we got some people who are nuking Phil Spencer's camp in Fallout 76. I don't even know what that does. Does that really affect the game? I don't know. But this is what it is. This whole camp is nuked. Is surrounded by nuclear fire, I guess. The whole area is orange. I don't know if this even does anything, but it's kind of funny that they're doing this because they want to show their like disdain for Phil Spencer at the moment. We have another journalist saying, hey, he spoke with two other former employees saying separately, both lamented the current state of the business. One told me prior to this week's awful studio disclosures, I lengthy conversations with a bunch of Xbox founders, and we all came to the same conclusion: it's no longer Xbox but Microsoft gaming. Pretty much that, Microsoft was taking over. First, Xbox was just like there's a company under Microsoft, but now it's just like Microsoft is in full control. So we might see more games on PlayStation. That might be a thing of what's coming in the future. Microsoft just wants money, which I understand their business, but it kind of like, you're kind of ruining the whole gaming scene at this point in time, where how greedy they want to be, and like, what changed? Like I know we did Game Pass. I know Game Pass was a thing that introduced on Xbox, the latter end of Xbox One generation to increase sales, make it better for consumer friendly with the subscription service. But I wish they would just be honest. Like, what is going on right now? What is going on? Why is it taking so long to bring out games? Which I know games take a while to bring out, but it's like they're not even advertising the games. Like Hellblade 2 comes out in like a week or two. It's like it's not really being advertised like that, which is one of your big games. It's like you got to do more than just have the people who know about Xbox to buy your games, to play your games. It's like I don't think anybody else besides the Xbox Sphere or the people who watch videos like this know about Hellblade 2 coming out in a week or two. So it's like their marketing is trash. It's like Game Pass is a great service, but it's like they need more than that. It's like, is Game Pass not enough to sustain their business model? Or it's like, what's going on here? I wish they'd just be very blunt and transparent about what's going on, but I know they won't do that because this is a business after all. Their end goal is to make money and make their company look as good as possible. Even though they're doing big moves like shutting down Tango Gameworks, you're getting rid of Hi-Fi Rush, which the lady who was interviewing her even stated that that's that won so many awards, a highly acclaimed game, but she got rid of the studio. That just doesn't make sense, and it's like the answer they gave was just not acceptable at all. So it's like it's really annoying at this point in time. And once again, people want to crap on Redfall. I think Redfall would have been a great game with a sequel. And it's just sad that Sony fanboys are rejoicing over this news. You don't want a gaming ecosphere without Microsoft included. It's just dumb. You can only have PlayStation and Nintendo if Microsoft goes. It's like these guys are so stupid. You want competition, but you guys just want them to go because people prefer Xbox over PlayStation. How did somebody enjoy Xbox over PlayStation? And you get in your feelings about it, but it's just terrible right now. Gaming right now is terrible. If it's only PlayStation, Nintendo, then it's gonna really suck. It's gonna truly suck. And it's like these moves they're making right now, it's not good at all. So once again, I don't want to make doom and gloom videos about Xbox, but it's just the position winner right now with these ridiculous notions. And if people don't see this as a bad thing for Xbox, then you're just delusional. Them losing Hi-Fi Rush and the studio who made that is just a big blow to gaming in general, not just Microsoft, but gaming in general. So. Yeah, you can see the way she looks. She just looks annoyed and angry about decisions they're making right now. But once again, I don't even know if we should even blame her or Phil, but blame the head of Microsoft, Satya Nadella, at this point in time. He doesn't know anything about video games, which makes it more problematic. You got people who don't know about video games running the company now, who are making decisions, like the lead decisions, which is just annoying me even more. It's just really pissing me off as an Xbox fan. People who I love this hobby, and it's just being turned to crap in front of our eyes right now. So, her answer downplayed games as art, ignoring the hit aspect in awards, and basically said it's our way or the highway, which makes no sense because that game was a major success, but still got rid of it. I'm curious, what are people saying about this whole Microsoft gaming aspect? What are people saying about this? PC really is the future, it would seem. Like, why wouldn't Sony and Xbox just focus on being devs and publishers for PC? Because people like consoles. People are like, why do you want to go to options? Like, people want more options. Like, people want to be PC gamers, good for you, but not everyone wants to be a PC gamer. People just want to play on consoles. And yeah, when I hear the term Microsoft gaming, that literally tells me that they're trying to go to Xbox and like it's literally run about what Microsoft is saying. Like Microsoft, whatever Microsoft says, whatever Satya Nadella says goes. And it's like I don't really like that. The people like this guy who don't know anything about gaming is making decisions about games and how the gaming industry is working. So it really sucks right now. Satya and his team have left Phil and company hanging out to dry. I think it's kind of unfair to pull some of Phil's comments from a year ago when things felt like they changed after Activision acquisition. The shift seemed pretty clear. And it seemed like all this nonsense happened after the Activision acquisition. Like, was it really worth it at the end of the day? Was this acquisition really worth it? If it's causing all this nonsense, studios closing down, people getting laid off left and right, like, I don't know. I just wish we could rewind time where it was like back during 360 generation, like. Because that was the peak. I'm telling you, that was the peak of Xbox. But now it's just like, what is going on right now? But they have been telling us this for a while. Why the shock? Because people refuse to believe them. Are you trying to phase out the Xbox? I don't know. It kind of seems like at this point in time. Yeah. It just sucks in general. I wish they'd just be more blunt. Or at least if you're going to release some terrible news like this, you got to release some banger conferences or something to get people want to be back on board Xbox, because this is just looking sad right now. But that was just my thoughts about this. This interview did nothing. She didn't really answer anything. And I don't like the people who are blaming this woman. It's not her fault. I think it's more Satya Nadella's fault than anything, and the decisions they're making, because get rid of Hi-Fi Rush. It just makes no sense. That really makes no sense to me, but it is what it is. Definitely see your thoughts down below about this. Leave a like for this video, and as always, thanks for watching, and peace.